inner peace, balance, connection with the universe, and a 200 kilowatt hour DC fast charger. Welcome to the driver's line. I'm Greg, and this is the Volkswagen ID.Buzz. Peace, love, and plug-in power. All right, happy New Year's, Driver's Line crew. We have a banger to start off 2026 with. This week we have the Volkswagen ID.Buzz Pro S Plus, and a huge thanks to Volkswagen for lending me this very cool electric van. If you like car reviews, news, and shenanigans like our European road trip, smash that like button and subscribe for more automotive action. Now, let's see what this Volkswagen ID.Buzz can do. All right, first up, we're gonna talk exterior, and our ID.Buzz is equal parts time machine and sci-fi shuttle. Look, if you squint a little bit, you can practically see a surfboard on the roof and a Grateful Dead sticker on the back. But this thing is packing the latest EV tech underneath. It's like your favorite hippie just got a software update. The design absolutely leans into the nostalgia. The two-tone blue charcoal over candy white paint is a direct throwback to the old Microbus era. Volkswagen even nailed the proportions. We got short overhangs, an upright stance, and that friendly, almost smile-like face. I swear, if cars had personalities, this one would ask you to, if you wanted to go, grab some antiques after you went to a vegan brunch. So up front, you've got that big Volkswagen badge dead center, flanked by a full-width LED light bar that modernizes that old chrome strip from the 60s. Those LED headlights even do a little bit of a light show when you unlock it. Kind of a digital wink to the flower power crowd, and the rear lights give you 3 animation options as well, so that's kind of fun. And from the front quarter, you really notice the wraparound windows. Huge panes of glass that make the cabin feel like a rolling living room. And in true bus fashion, you get that big flat nose. Aerodynamic? Sorta. Adorable? Absolutely. Plus the nostalgia continues at back with those fake portholes up on our D-pillar, which is really cool. The 20-inch disc-style wheels are also another callback. They look like hubcaps straight out of the classic VW playbook, but instead of steel, you get these modern alloys wrapped in low rolling resistance tires. Sliding doors? Of course. Powered on both sides, because this van is built for both nostalgia and for convenience. You can still load your surfboard, but this time you get to do it with a key fob. All right, so dimension-wise, this thing stretches about 195 inches long, 78 inches wide, and 76 inches tall. So it's quite a bit longer and wider than the old Microbus, though Europe actually does get a short wheelbase version. Ground clearance is about 6.3 inches, so it's definitely more coastal cruiser than Trailblazer, which you kind of expect for something in this segment. Overall, the vibe is pure retro optimism. The ID.Buzz doesn't just look like a classic, it feels like it's happy to see you. It's the only EV on the road that could pick the kids up from soccer practice and then still look perfectly at home going to a Fish concert. Now that we've taken in all the retro charm on the outside, let's talk about here on the inside. The moonlight interior on our Pro S Plus looks like something straight out of an IKEA design catalog. Light, airy, minimalist, but well made and super functional, even if the current Volkswagen material quality isn't what it used to be. Not very good. So these front seats are heated, ventilated, massaging, and power adjustable with memory, and are surprisingly comfortable. Up here we've got about 41 inches of legroom, 40 inches of headroom, which means that even taller drivers can sit upright without risk of bumping their head up on the ceiling. It's a bit of a big step up into this thing, and if you use the step like a running board, you're gonna hit your head on that roof. The dash is clean and playful. It's all about the color accents and textures. No fake wood, no chrome overdose, just simple, cheerful design. Center stage is this 12.9-inch touchscreen, which is running Volkswagen's latest infotainment system. It's got wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, voice commands, and a layout that is finally thankfully crisp and intuitive. And right in front of me is the 5.3-inch digital cockpit, small but sharp, showing speed, range, navigation, prompts, as well as Volkswagen's rather good IQ Drive Assist system. And if that isn't enough, on the Pro S Plus, you also get a heads-up display projected right onto the windshield in front of you, because even retro vans deserve something a little bit futuristic. The ambient lighting system gives you 30 different colors to play with, and you can go Zen Spa Blue or 70s Disco Purple depending on your mood. And the Harman Kardon 13-speaker audio system, perfect for everything from Fleetwood Mac to Daft Punk. Oh, and we've got tons of USB-C ports in this thing. Volkswagen says 7 total, so you're never gonna fight over a charging spot again, you or your kids. So yeah, the ID.Buzz totally nails the balance. Nostalgic, modern, comfy, and tech forward without feeling, completely sterile. So now we need to find a place to park to see if the rear seats keep the good vibes rolling. All right, now that we're in the business end of the ID.Buzz, the back seats, I'm about 6 feet tall. And with the driver's seat set for me, I've still got about 40 inches of legroom and 38 inches of headroom back here, which is generous for something that looks this cute from the outside. These seats are heated and slide fore and aft, plus you've got these big windows and a flat floor thanks to that EV architecture. The vibe back here is pure road trip comfort, and I feel like I should have a snack and a playlist ready. Hopping one row farther back, and the third row is actually usable. Adults can fit for shorter trips thanks to about 36 inches of legroom, and it folds completely flat too. With the seats up, you get about 18.6 cubic feet of cargo space, and dropping that third row increases that to about 75.5 cubes. With everything flat, you're looking at a cavernous 145.5 cubic feet, which is enough for a serious IKEA run. The rear tailgate is hands-free and hides a cool organizer for all your things, plus a flat load shelf to make that back floor flat for all your hauling needs. All right, now that we are strapped back in, it is time to talk about my favorite segment, power. That's right, while the ID.Buzz might look like a retro party van, it's packing some serious electric juice. Our Pro S Plus tester uses a single motor setup with 282 horsepower and 413 pound-feet of torque. Underneath is Volkswagen's MEB platform, which gives you a 91 kilowatt-hour battery pack underneath the floor, which gives you that low center of gravity and a big old wheelbase. That all works together to help this thing drive a lot more composed than you would expect for a 3-row van. Range? The EPA estimates about 234 miles per charge, which honestly is a bit underwhelming for something giving the size of this pack. That speaks to the efficiency being not that good compared to a lot of modern EVs right now. 0 to 60 takes about 6.7 seconds, so it definitely doesn't launch like a hypercar, but given that instant EV torque and the fact that it weighs 6,000 pounds, it still manages to feel a little bit spry with less body roll than you might expect. All right, charging is legit too. So this thing supports DC fast charging up to 200 kilowatts. So you can go from about 10% to 80% in less than 30 minutes at a compatible charger. Unfortunately, we're still CCS, which we do have an adapter for those NACS Tesla chargers. And as for handling, the ride is mellow, comfy, quiet. It feels definitely more cruiser than rocket ship, which is perfectly normal for this segment, right? And the version of the classic Microbus too, right? It was never anything like that, so this isn't either. Efficiency seems so-so for the shape, and you definitely sacrifice range to have this look, but you gain a ton of fun, style, and a lot of usable space as well. So bottom line, the ID.Buzz Pro S Plus balances retro charm with modern EV underpinnings, decent power, fast charging capability, and a chassis that feels more polished than most. So let's find a spot to pull over and talk about some final thoughts. You know, the ID.Buzz is just one of those cars that genuinely makes you smile. It's fun, it's nostalgic, and I'm really glad that Volkswagen has brought it back. The world needs more cars with personality. Inside, it's clever and airy and packed with fun Easter eggs like the bottle opener, like the ice scraper console dividers, and just such a smart use of space. And on the road, it's smooth and just easygoing and drivable. But here's the catch. Volkswagen considers this car a halo car and is priced like one too. Our Pro S Plus tester rings the register at $66,000, and that's without dual motors or a sunroof. With only 234 miles of range, that is a big ask. Still, it's hard not to love a van that brings so much charm back to the streets. The ID.Buzz is proof that practicality can still have personality. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Thanks for joining us on The Driver's Line. Hit that like button to subscribe for more car reviews, specials, and podcasts.
A special shout out to our partner Drive Shop for fleet management, keeping us fueled up and on the road, enabling us to keep bringing great content to you.